Jim here. So, thought I'd show a little bit of an interesting project here. One of my kids had this Logitech mouse, fairly nice. Now it's not plugged in, so you can't see, but it has a lovely blue glow to it when it's working. And I mean, it's not a hugely expensive thing, but they used it a lot, played a lot of games with it. And then one day I'm hearing that they need a new mouse because this one double clicks all the time. And to those of you who are in the know, it wasn't me. But it turns out that these, I don't know if you can hear it on the video, but these switches here, they tend to fail. And when they fail, you can see that one's kind of failed. That one's failed. What they do when they fail is they produce a double click instead of a single click some of the time. So I thought to myself, well, let's see what's inside, what can go wrong. I'm going to throw it in the garbage anyways. It turns out that a little bit of investigation on Amazon, and I was able to buy some replacement switches. I mean, and you can hear these two at the front are the ones that failed. I mean, it doesn't sound so bad, but honestly, it does generate double clicks. I tried to use it for a couple of days and got pretty frustrated. You can tell a little more with this switch. It doesn't have that same sort of satisfying click sound there. That one is fine. This one, I'm a little surprised about that one. But anyways, so the plan is to replace the two switches that are used most often. And a little bit of sleuthing, not much actually. I found replacement switches. The replacement switches are rated for 50 million clicks. The ones that came in the unit are rated at 20 million clicks. And of course, this all comes out. So the activity for today is going to be to unsolder those two switches and solder in two replacements. So let's get to it. All right, now when I didn't show how this came apart, it doesn't take all that much to get it apart, but the only tricky piece is that the screws that hold it together are obscured or hidden underneath the Teflon plaids that are used to make it smooth, slide smoothly on the surface. So you have to remove the two pads. I've got them over here. And so, you know, the one fits up there and the other one fits down here. You can see that. And they're adhesive and they stick on there, but they hide the screws. So there's three of them that hold it together. Now, to desolder the switches, we're going to have to get to the underside of the board. So it means we're going to have to take them out. It looks like there's 3 screws that are holding that into place. So, oh yeah, not a lot required to get the screw out there. The screw here, one on the bottom here. Okay. Yeah, and it all just falls apart. Hopefully, I'll figure out where those pieces go on the way back in. Okay, that's for the sensor. We'll have to figure out where that piece goes. can see the base has got a little bit of, you can tell there's a little bit of crud in there, crumbs and stuff. We'll wash that before putting it all back together. And, you know, the bottom, not too complicated. These are the switches for the buttons on the side. These are probably, they're not rated like the others are. They seem fine. So the USB cord comes up here, plugs in. It comes out pretty easily. There we go. Always irks me that it's a little tougher than you'd think, but of course you don't want that to fall out on you. These are really not meant to be serviced, but you know. So there's the board. Don't want to muck with too much there. And so what we're going to have to do, we're going to desolder 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. These two switches will pop right out. And put 2 replacements in. And should be pretty straightforward. So I'm just going to warm up the desoldering gun here. Alright, so we have the mouse here, and I have my desoldering gun. I did a review of this desoldering gun a while ago. So, believe it or not, this is going to be the first time that I'm trying to use this thing. So I've got a soldering mat here, so can't make a mess there. And when I pull the trigger here, you hear the station there. So this is all warmed up. Oh, that's good. That's cool. Okay, so those are good. So, let's just do that one again. Oh wow, the switch has just fallen right out. So I guess the desoldering has worked pretty well there. And this one comes right out too. Well, that's a fantastic desoldering gun, I'll tell you that much. So, now we've got to get the replacement switches. So, desoldering, way to go. Okay, I'll put that away. Clear out the tip a little bit. You can see the solder over there. Terrific. I'm very pleased with that. Okay, let's get down to the business of soldering. I have a new soldering station. Hopefully it all works well. Let's turn on the fan here. Now the solder is not as fine as it ought to be, but that's what we have to work with. It's probably been a few years since I did much soldering. Okay. everything is stable there. Okay, well, I can tell you that I didn't smell any rosin, so that's a good sign. The solder joints are probably cool by now. Let's have a look. Looks pretty good. Switch still clicks. Switch still clicks. I'm just going to have a look under the magnifying glass, see if I did a good job on the joints. But that's all it took to put the switches back in. Okay, we've got these new switches soldered on. They sound pretty good. Let's get all this put back together. So this goes in there for some reason. Must be a reason why we want to protect that. Probably some contacts there that we don't want them to have make contact with the metal. Lens piece there. Oh, yeah. Better reconnect the USB cable. Okay. There. There's a nice little molded groove for the cable to fit into. That goes down there. That board goes in there. Okay. Now we take this piece, now we've got some screws here. I take this screw here. Oops. Okay, so this screw must be aluminum or something because it's not magnetic. Always learn. Don't tighten all the screws all at once. You never know what you might be putting the wrong kind of pressure on. So let's get that in there. Okay, 1, 2. Okay, it's all put back together now. Now let's see. We take this piece. Put it all back together. That button works. That button works. So we've got a couple more screws to put in here on the bottom. One, 2. Okay, that's not catching. That seems better. Okay. So, it's all back together. Before the final step, we'll go do the teen test and make sure it passes muster with the Teen Gamer.